This was an amazing event by Hosp, and we got to see some creative styles and incredible moves. And we also got to see some surprises in the very top of the results. So stay tuned as we watch faster and faster replays until that first place replay. And we're starting out here with J-Blaze in 58th place to give us a baseline of how to finish this level. Let's see. Starting out towards the left, and okay, I thought it was gonna hang this polygon, but no, he's coming out actually to the right here and grabs one of those two middle apples that you have in this level, and now he's coming back and gonna be grabbing the second middle apple here. And then you have a cluster down here, but he's not going down, it seems like. He's going out to the left and gonna be grabbing the top left apple. You had to use this hang to get up here. So using a two-wheel hang here, but will he make his way all the way out to the right from here? It looks like it. He's traversing this top route that you had in the level to come out all the way to the right and gonna be grabbing the top right apple here. You have a second flower here as well, as you can tell. The other one is right next to the start. But coming in, grabbing the second right apple here, and then gonna be coming down for this other path that you can take out to the right, this bottom path here. And no pushes in the ceiling or anything, just coming down calmly here towards the bottom part of the level and grabbing this apple below the start, coming out for the bottom right apple here. And now he just has two more apples to grab. It's the one below the start polygon, and it is the one to like slightly to the left of the start polygon. So he grabs the bottom one here, and coming up here, gonna get a push from this here, and then nice push from the polygon below up to the flower. So we saw J-Blaze coming down here, up, grabbing this apple, coming down here and pushing, hanging and coming all the way out to the left here, and then up and grabbing this apple and then going the top route all the way out to the right, grabbing these two apples, and then down here for the bottom part, grabbing this apple, coming down to the bottom right, and then up across, grabbing this one, and then in the end push from here, push from the polygon and up to the flower. But as you can tell, it is a pretty convoluted style with crisscrossing in a lot of places and driving several times in the same place. So probably not an optimal route, but a nice showcase of the level to get us started. And from J-Blaze's 58th place, we will be jumping down into 55th place, where we have Pita with a more than 3 seconds faster run. And here we have Pita's run. Not starting out towards the right, jumping down here for this bottom apple, and probably gonna be swinging up for the start polygon apple. No, he's coming out here for the bottom right. And then will he be able to jump straight back up to the start polygon from here? I never even tried that style actually, but he grabs this apple here, and now he will be coming down to the bottom, going for this half pipe up here to grab this apple that J-Blaze grabbed as his last one. So now he cleared the entire bottom section, coming up here for one of those middle apples. And will he be coming back towards the left now? Yeah, it looks like it. Uses this hang to just stay up and is able to jump back to the other middle apple here, crossing across the flower, and gonna be grabbing the left-hand apple. And we will be seeing someone use this second flower that J-Blaze was driving by before. He comes up here and he will go for the same top route up here. Hard to keep your grip there, but comes in for a beautiful hang here with a one-wheel hang and swinging across, and has two apples here to grab. And you do see the flower below him, but I don't know how he will make it into that flower because it was pretty hard to get inside there. But he grabs this apple. Now he has all of them. Now he just has to grab a flower, but maybe it's actually faster to come to the middle flower. No, it's not. Nice. He pushes away with the back wheel and is able to get in and grab that second flower. And with that, we will be jumping down into 50th place, where we have Farnsworth almost 2 seconds faster than Pita. And I appreciate the votes for Smygvild and Fabio as well, but since it's just one vote per replay and I didn't feel that they stood out that much, we will be going straight into 50th place in the interest of time as well. And here's Farnsworth from CMR. Let's see, starting out towards the left as well, and looks like he's, yeah, stopping here at the polygon below the start, grabbing that apple, and gonna be coming out for the bottom right apple as well. And he's probably gonna clear the entire bottom section here, yeah. Using this spike, gets a nice push from it to get a lot of speed here for that half pipe, and comes around, grabs this apple with a beautiful push, has a lot of speed here coming into the middle part of the level, and grabs this one apple, and is able to make it up to the top part of the level by using that shortcut, by pushing away from that hang. So he didn't have to use that hang all the way out to the left. And grabbing the first one of the right hand apples here, and also grabbing the middle one, gets a little bit stuck there on that polygon. Maybe not the fastest grab of that apple, but he's able to come around, and this was very hard to always avoid this polygon here. He turns away nicely, but that part killed a lot of runs actually if you didn't turn in time. But comes around here, now he has grabbed basically all the apples. It's just this middle one here and also the one to the top left. So he's gonna be coming up, he can't get away from it, he has to use this hang all the way out to the left, but clears that middle section very nicely actually with some good swings and vaults. And grabs the top apple here, and now he will just probably fall down for the start flower here as well. And it does so, and grabs with the head first as well, very nice. So a nice run by Farnsworth, and with that we will be making our way, actually not to the 30th place yet, because we have 2 votes here for Lompe, who comes in more than 4 seconds faster than Farnsworth in just 4 placements. So let's see how Lompe was able to pull off a 107. Comes down here as well, and oh nice, he grabs this with a hang. But does that mean he won't be coming for that bottom part? Because he could just be grabbing that apple like Farnsworth did it. But let's see, he grabs this one and he's gonna... Oh no, I thought he would jump up to the start polygon, but it doesn't. He comes down here. But okay, instead of pushing from the spike, he has a lot of speed because he can use that entire slope to build up more momentum. But will he use that momentum? Ooh, nice grab with the head. And he's able to make it up here to this polygon so he can jump in for the left-hand apple first. Very nice style by Lompe here. Coming up and going for a 1-wheel hanger here as well, so he can get a good push from the side or from the bottom of this polygon here as well, out towards the right. Very nice. And comes in for, is this gonna be like hang galore? Yeah, hanging everything, and oh, very nice. That's insane. I never thought about that grab. Now the apple is gone, but I never realized that you could grab this apple down here with the head and still make it up on the top route. That is so clever. I never thought about that. But very nicely done by Lompe, coming out here for the right-hand apples. And let's see, grabs this one. Let's see if he will grab it a little bit faster here, maybe. Yeah, he goes all the way in, but that gives him more speed for this wall, so he can get a good push, clear that gap. Again, this gap as well. If you had to avoid your head, but also clear this gap and have your wheel land on the right side of this spike here. But very nicely done, comes in here. And let's see, goes for maybe some pushes in the ceiling. Yeah, good push, very nice there. And comes in for the last apple and also the flower. A beautiful run by Lompe. And let's see if we'll make it to 30th place now, or we do have 1 vote for MR, but it also wasn't that different from other styles, so we're skipping it this time. And instead we're moving forward, and let's see if we'll make it into 30th place. It looks like it. Yes, because in 30th place we have Denton from Team Man. And here's Denton. Oh, starting out towards the right. Okay, no, he's just gonna be grabbing this apple below the start polygon and comes out here for the bottom right as well. Very nice to be able to grab that and still make it your way into this right-hand part as well. And comes in, grabs the bottom apple as well, and coming in for the half pipe here, gonna be grabbing the last of the bottom apples, and comes up here and also uses this hang here to make his way out to the left, and very nice kick here also on the bottom of that hang. Extra kick there to just get more speed and keep yourself up here and able to make it up here with a lot of speed, and goes for a 2-wheel hang, so he won't be getting that push from the bottom of the hang, but gets in some vaults here nicely to get a good brake push, so he still has a lot of speed, even uses the ceiling a little bit to gas there. Won't be grabbing that middle apple on his way like we saw someone else doing recently. I forgot who already, sorry, but making his way out here for the right hand part. And was it Lompe? I think it was. Yeah, and again here, turning your head, making the gap, clearing the spike. Very, very hard to do. But comes out here and a beautiful push here in the ceiling. Timing the all is very nice. He has a good lean back here. Gets an all vault in and just barely avoids the head as well. And gets a very nice, very strong push there. And it's able to use his hang, grab the middle apple, grab the last middle apple, and then the flower. And it feels like a very clean style by Denton, grabbing this apple on its way down, coming out for this apple, and then clearing the whole bottom section. Using this hang here with some nice pushes to get good speed into this hang up towards the left apple, and then just doing the entire top route, grabbing the 2 right hand apples, clearing the spike and getting a nice push here from this corner out, using this hang to grab the middle apples. And if you compare this from the first route that we saw, it feels much less cluttered. It's basically only here that you're driving twice, maybe here, but those are parts that are hard to avoid. Maybe it could be faster if you could somehow grab these 2 middle apples on your way out to the right, because then you would just have these apple and could use this right hand flower instead. But so far this route is looking very promising. And let's see if it stays that way as we make our way into 10th place, unless we have something else that upvoted here before that. We actually have Blastic with 2 votes here in 20th place with a very nice 55-25, improving about 2.5 seconds on Denton's run. So let's see what Blastic and Siamar came up with. Let's see, gonna be coming out here and gonna be going for this bottom apple as well. It looks like, yeah, grabbing the one below the start, coming out for the right hand apple. So it is the kind of left first starts that we have seen before. And let's see, coming out here, grabbing the last bottom apple, And coming up, will we see the same push up here to the hang? Yeah, it looks like it. He makes its way up here and gonna be coming out for the left-hand apple as well and going for this hang here. Is this gonna be the same style from here, just with a different kind of start from what we saw before? Let's see, comes in for a nice two-wheel hang here. Oh, is he gonna be going for this grabbing part? No, he does not grab the middle apple on his way, but he has a lot of speed coming around here, and beautiful. He's able to come up here with a lot of gassing and using that spike to get a nice vault here in, so he can get a push and getting his head here in the wedge. A nice push up here, very beautiful style by Blastek. And coming out here, grabbing the last right-hand apple as well. And now he's gonna be making his way, and again, avoiding that head was so hard. Nice lean back here for a good push, very strong, getting into this hang and coming in for the last apple and for the flower. So just a little bit different start here that we saw, coming out and using this speed to be able to get into this right-hand apple faster. You can see he has an apple time here of 8:43. If you keep that in mind, we can compare which start is actually faster. That is assuming we're gonna see the other start again. But let's see, we have me in 15th place, we have Bien Finman in 13th place. Very interesting when it comes to those top standings actually. We have T-Technique in 12th place, we have Ilzu and Sveiner, or Sveinar, I'm never sure how to pronounce your name. But Sveiner comes in at 52:42, almost 3 seconds faster than Blastek's time in 20th place. And this may be a little bit naive, but I think we're getting to a point where we can start merging runs. Even though there of course could be some completely different routes here that I'm not aware of. But let's follow Sveiner and see how he managed a 52:42. Let's see, starting out here towards the right, but he is going for this alternative start here, just pushing straight down. And as you can see, he has a huge lead over Blastek so far. He grabs his apple at 6:78. I think Blastek was 8:40 something. And grabs his apple. And of course, he still has to grab that middle apple, but he will do so with a nice kick here from the spike, grabbing that apple anyway, so you didn't have to grab it from the left. Gets a nice push right here on the very corner of this polygon here. Gets up here for this hang and beautiful, nice pushes. Gets a lot of downwards momentum and just barely makes it over to this hang here. And goes in for a one-wheel hang as well, which allows him to get this nice push, but he is going for a hang of this polygon here. And coming in with just hanging all the way, and let's see, beautiful vaulting here, and he's able to get a nice push by just getting this extra olive vault in here. He's able to get this wheel here and get a very strong push here, and is able to make it out towards the right with a lot of speed. And as you can see, Blastek is using basically the same style, but Sveiner just has such a clean run and clean style of that top route. And comes in here, also maybe not getting as strong of a push here, but importantly he makes it up to this hang and is able to grab the both remaining apples and makes it to the flower 3 seconds before Blastek. Great run by Sveiner and nice showing here by EMA. And let's see if we'll make it into 5th place. We have TM, we have JT, we have Mielz, who breaks the 52-second barrier. And because he has some votes here in 7th place, I'm guessing maybe this is actually some kind of different style from what we just have been seeing. And especially this time, considering the votes, I might be naive to merge. But what the hell, we'll do it anyway. Let's follow Mielz and see how he compares to Sveiner. They both started here, exactly same kind of start, pretty much glued to each other. Mielz gets a very fast start actually. Apple time 6:64. That's so fast for this second apple. Comes in, grabs the bottom apple as well, but just has a tiny lead over Sveiner so far. Let's see, both of them getting this corner push. Oh, that's such a fast push from that hang. And it does allow him to keep in the lead. Never seen that before. So both of them getting this push. But instead of like using the hang and like staying on top of it, he just gets this push on the right, on the very corner with a lot of brake here. And is able, notice that he also like, he brakes and gasses a tiny bit just to get that extra amount of speed to make it across this gap. And still keeps the lead over Sveiner here. And oh, beautiful push. Using the corner here and not hitting your head, but just using that corner to get some extra speed for this hang here. And he does keep his lead over Sveiner with these two very, very different moves while still using the same route. And let's see, comes in for the extra olive push, for the strong push here. It is the same kind of fast top route, but Sveiner is actually caught up. Sveiner did have a faster top route. You can see him catching up here with a very strong push there and just has so much more speed into this kind of loop here on the right-hand part. And let's see, both of them coming out here. Mielz maybe regaining a little bit of his lead with that grab of the last apple. And pushes out here, but not getting a good push from that sticking down part. But still he's able to beat Sveiner. But what a run, and it's so many different moves here. we had a very different hang style here that I've never seen before. He had a very nice push from this corner and a little bit different styles here as well. Maybe not getting the strongest push there, but he had a very fast turn here by the apple. So he's able to still come out a little bit ahead of Sveiner, and maybe not the best pushes here, but still is able to make it out in front and beat Sveiner for a very nice 7th place. Great run so far. And let's see, in 6th place we have Mira, who keeps delivering, very nicely done. And in 5th place we have Tully from Team Mie. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly now, otherwise no one will have to correct me again. But coming in at an insane 51-21. And we have Tully in the red shirt, Mjelz in the black. Let's see. It's probably gonna be the same route, but is it gonna be the same moves? Probably not. I haven't seen those shown moves before. Let's see, Mjelz has a tiny lead already so far, but Tully will beat him by 0.8 in the end. Let's see, Tully gets a very fast spike here and actually retakes the lead from Mjelz here. And yeah, Tully uses the kind of Sveiner style that we saw before. And let's see, Mjelz has maybe a tiny bit, but Tully goes for a bounce on this wall. And is that actually, I think it does allow him to catch up. Let's see, Tully is like a wheel behind, but a beautiful back wheel bounce here and makes it up with the wheel and can gas this full entire hang. And he does just have so much more speed than Mjelz coming out, so he actually goes on top of this polygon here instead of hanging it like Mjelz is doing, and gets a nice push even from this corner and comes in hanging the second polygon just like Mjelz, but so far he has such a big lead here. Maybe not getting a strong push as Sveiner, but probably equal to Mjelz. Coming in here for the right hand apple, and just very nice style actually. I never thought about that, just getting this tiny push to just drop straight down with the front wheel on that spike instead. I was also always doing the Mjelz style that you can see in the background using the back wheel. But very nicely here, comes in for the spike, and let's see, goes for the lean back, goes for the Alo, goes for the strong push into the hang, grabs the 2 last apples, and makes it in for the flower with a huge margin. A great run by Tully, and as you can tell, this is maybe the style I'm more used to, because it is the style we were using as well in our team. In 4th place we have Smibu, also from Mie, but in a level like this, every single move can vary so much, so I think it's still gonna be a very interesting merge. And here we have them, both the Mie players, both in red shirts, but Smibu's maybe a tiny bit more red. Actually, I'm not sure, like, is Tully's, is that burgundy? Or how do you say that? I'm not sure. I don't know my colors well enough. But let's follow them both. They're probably gonna be pretty much glued to each other. But again, this level was so technical that there's so many places you can lose speed, there's so many places you can gain speed. So I wouldn't be surprised to see someone taking a lead only for them to catch up with each other in the end anyway. But so far they're glued to each other, but I wouldn't expect anything else from the first couple of moves. But very nice, comes up here for the hang, and let's see if both of them goes for this bounce. Yeah, beautiful back wheel bounce here by Smibu as well. And he does have actually a fairly significant lead over Tully maybe. Gets a good push here from the corner. And yeah, so far he's keeping just like a 1 wheel length of a lead. Gets a nice push here on that second wedge that you can push from. And a beautiful turn actually. He comes in very low and is able to gas all the way, and a very early push from the wall as well, which just allows him to gas so much here. You can see Tully's wheel is a little bit more in the air, where Smibu catches and gasses so much here, and also goes for this very short push in for the lean back. Comes in for the spins, strong push, hang, grabbing the last 2 apples, and Tully cannot catch his teammates. And let's see if we have another one of their teammates in the 3rd place, and we do. It is Audi with a 51.02, beating Smibu by 0.05 seconds. And would it actually be more fun if I didn't let you know who has the faster time before we watch the replays? Especially when it comes to teammates who maybe use the same style? I don't know. Let me know in the comments and maybe we can try that for the next video. But for now, we'll follow Audi and see how he beats his teammate with 0.05 seconds. Let's see, they come in here. We haven't been checking second apple times in a while here, but they come in here. He grabs it at 6:65. It was always around that like 6:66 if you had a really good start. So I'm not surprised to see 6:65 here by Audi. They both come in here, and so far they're completely glued to each other. Smibu actually getting a fairly significant lead from this hang. He just has such good vaulting and such an early push, so he's able to come out here to the left way faster than Audi actually. But both of them getting a nice bounce. Audi's bounce is actually very clean here on that wall. And coming out, but Smibu keeps his lead, but Audi gets a very nice push from this corner. He gets very deep. You see, Smibu is maybe not even actually pushing from the side of this corner. He's just pushing on the corner. But Audi a little bit more on the side there. marginal maybe, but he does have more speed here out towards the right. You can see him catching up slowly, and both of them coming out here for the right, but Smeebo actually keeping his lead so far. Let's see the turns here. Audi goes very low actually and has a lot of speed, and Audi does not go for this like short push. He goes for the full commit push, turning but getting the back wheel early so he's able to gas. As you can tell actually, they both leave this platform basically at the same time. But between then and there, Audi's already here gassing on the spike. Smeebo is not gassing until here. So I think maybe that style is actually faster. It killed you every time, but once you manage to pull it off, it was faster. But it is actually... Wait, I just got so confused because I thought I was watching the wrong replays. Or I thought that I had Audi playing with Smeebo's replay and the opposite. Because yeah, we see Smeebo in the lead already. We see Audi catching up and maybe overtaking him here towards the end. But then it looked like Smeebo actually won. But then I realized Audi goes for the two-wheel hang here. Smeebo is so far in the lead. But because he's on top of this polygon here, he has upwards momentum and not rightwards momentum. Whereas Audi comes in straight for the flower and is actually able, with this vault, to get the flower before Smeebo. It looks completely crazy. I thought I was like seeing completely wrong, or I thought I had the wrong replays. But it is. Smeebo had the lead in the beginning, but Audi is catching up here in the end. They're glued to each other. Smeebo looks like he's light years ahead, but Audi just barely gets the flower before Smeebo does by using that hang. Crazy stuff. Audi steals the bronze medal right in front of Smeebo's face. But I guess that's what you have to do when Mia is so insanely consistent. They're always placing in the top 10, in the top 5, in the top 3. But do we have any more Mia players now? I don't think we have any that are in contention for the second or first place. But we do see that in second place we have AKB. Such an insane performance from Team EA. AKB beats out the entirety of Team MIE with just an incredible second break as well. 50-98, beating Audi by 0.04 seconds. And here we have him, our teammate from Down Under. It's AKB beating Audi by 0.04 seconds. Let's see. Exactly same kind of start. Actually, with a little bit of counter gassing here to get the front wheel down faster. Audi does not use it. I'm not sure which is faster, but I guess we're gonna find out. Audi, maybe a tiny bit of a lead, but it's so margin. And but both of them coming in here for the push, grabbing the bottom apple as well. Still so incredibly tight, you can't really tell a difference. But I guess in the end, we won't be able to either. Audi gets a little bit faster, or AKB actually gets a little bit faster vault here on this hang. And I think that will allow him to come out in front. Yeah, it does. So he comes in here with a beautiful bounce as well. Again, this bounce just felt so right to do. You get a good, all vault to get in position, compress that wheel, brake at the right time, and then your front wheel just lines up so perfectly, or your back wheel in this case here, and comes in here for the push, and AKB gets such a deep push here in this crevice here, straight on the edge of that polygon, and keeps his lead here, but Audi maybe is catching up a little bit, both of them coming for the vault, but AKB such a strong push here. You see, Audi was actually catching up, but AKB early and strong push, and just flies out here towards the right, grabbing this last right-hand apple, and so fast out of this corner as well. You died here so many times, but so fast, so much gassing, coming out here, and goes for the suicide technique as well here, and just strong push in the end. Audi looks maybe like he's catching up a little bit, but this time AKB goes on top, but with a lean back, he's able to beat Audi to that end. If he did go for the Smeebo style in the end, I think Audi would still have won it. But let's see, the top route was just so clean by both players. And this was just so much fun to play, just vaulting, 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 and just gaining speed everywhere you go. This turn, very, very hard. This jump here, very, very hard. Killed so many runs. But again, just beautiful all-low push into the hang. Push away from the hang early. And again, here they go for different styles. But AKB makes it up on top, and using this lean back here to just barely make it out and let his back wheel get the flower before Audi's. Immaculate performance by AKB, who grabs the silver medal in event number 10. But there is also a gold medal to be handed out. We have already seen many of the strongest players in the cup, but as far as I know, there's still one player we haven't seen. We saw Finman in 13th place or something. We saw JT in 8th place. But there is one last dutter that could have taken first place. Or maybe it's someone completely different. Together we'll find out as we scroll down and we find Zero in first place with 59. Zero improves as much from the second place as we have done in like the last, I don't know what, like 5 places? From Mira's 6th place to AKB's 2nd place, we improved 0.33 seconds. From AKB's 2nd place to Zero's 1st place, he improves 0.39 seconds alone. Incredible by Zero as always. Let's find out if he used the same style. And here we have the winner of event 10. It is Zero in the cactus shirt. Also does the counter gas to get the front wheel down faster. And let's see. AKB actually having a tiny lead here in the beginning. But as we saw from the last replay as well, that really doesn't mean that much when it comes to the technical part of this level. There's so many places where you can save speed. Oh, and Zero does go for the Miel style. He does go for the fast and he's so much in the lead. That is crazy. He just goes for this push and even more committed than Mielz actually. He doesn't get on top of the polygon at all. He just pushes straight from the corner with so much speed and just already a full bike length ahead of AKB. The bounce not as strong because it doesn't have as much speed here, but he's able to still get so much velocity out of that bounce. Comes in for the hang, goes on top here, gets a nice push on the side there of that small crevice. Comes in, good Olo push, it's strong, it's straight out towards the right, and he keeps his lead above AKB, gets even a very cocky push here with a lot of force. AKB does it too from the ceiling there. Coming out for the suicide drop, he does it with ease and comes in, good Olo, good push, good hang. Will he go for a hang finish? Will he go on top? He does go on top, and he goes straight for the flower. Insane run by Zero, well-deserved win, and this push from the hang, so strong, still makes it above and still comes in for a beautiful bounce. A really nice run, really clean run by Zero. And with that we see Zero further increasing his lead in front of Finman and the rest of the pack. And we see maybe Mie catching up a little bit with Finman in 2nd place as well. We see Tally knocking down Mielz into 6th position, getting 3 Mie players into the top 5. And we also see AKB climbing up into 7th again, and now he also is dangerously close to Mielz. But the battle is still so insanely tight and there's still so many levels to go, anything can still happen in this cup. And as always, we'll finish it off with a tool assisted run by Cepheus again. Let's see what he could come up with this time. It is the same kind of start, no counter gassing the front wheel, but it comes out here for the first apple. 6:52 is an insane start time for that first, or for the second apple. Comes and grabs the bottom apple. Let's see, will he go for the fast push here on the side? Of course he does. And it's so fast and still makes it across here. Will he go for the bounce? Of course he does. And maybe like bug bounce territories, the ferocity of this bounce here. But I guess it would be allowed anyway. But comes in here with so much speed, gets a good push on the side there of that corner. And comes in, let's see here, strong pushes all around, straight in and avoiding this corner as well up here. Very hard to do in getting a push. Nice like tiny bounce here to just like cancel the wheel compression and come straight out for this apple here, not wasting any time. And a beautiful bounce here, very low kind of bounce to go straight into the wall, straight for the suicide drop, and then just coming in, just such a very clean run by Cepheus overall. But again, it's tool assisted, so what would you expect? And I'll see you in the next event, this time also made by our teammate in EA from Horaldinho. But I promise I have never seen this level before. This is the first time I see it. But it looks a little bit simpler. So it's gonna be some interesting merges and come down to nitty-gritty details. And I'm really excited to see this level play out. But until then, thanks for watching.